So the bro split essentially got its name from typical people, bros in this case we call them, because they're people that follow things that you see pro bodybuilders used to put in fitness magazines all over bodybuilding.com and all these places that aren't actually credible evidence. So this actually led to all this misleading information that has been misguiding people for the last couple of decades, and actually holds so many people, guys and girls, back in the gym when they're trying to lift weights to grow muscle. Now I've already covered all the other workout splits that you can and should be doing that are much more optimal than the bro split, and really shows why the bro split is inferior. But is there a but? Is there potentially a reason why the bro split may be actually good to do? That's what we're going to cover in today's video. What's up YouTube, it's your boy John Mango, and I'm back again representing Beyond the Iron, where I drop weekly fitness content to help you get to your goals faster, more enjoyably. So if you're interested in that, consider subscribing. Also, I do understand that this was kind of a last minute setup, unfortunately, to get this video recorded for y'all, and this may not be the best place to do it. I'm kind of looking in the viewfinder right now. I don't know about the lighting, but bear with me for this one. It is the bro split video, so I'm not too worried about it. Also, I encourage you to stay until the end because I want to share something with you that may be able to help you, alright? And it is not a sample bro split routine, which reminds me, if you guys are on the bro split currently, or you haven't really tried anything else yet, go ahead and check these videos out up here after you're done with this one, so you can have actual sample workout splits that you can be using to maximize your results right away. So real quick, let's talk about what the bro split is. The bro split would be something like this. Day one, chest, and that's usually Monday, chest Mondays. What's up? Chest and triceps, back and biceps, shoulders and abs, legs and arms. Okay, so that's 5 days, and then you typically take 2 rest days somewhere between or after that, right? Essentially, you can tell that you're hitting each body part once a week. Now, the premise here, and again, this is something that all the pro bodybuilders used to, and unfortunately still teach everybody to do because that's what they do, and we're gonna go more into that later, but they're getting you to hit the muscle groups once per week. And when you hit it, since you're only hitting it once per week, you are absolutely crushing it. Meaning, if you can push your door open after chest day, you better turn around, walk back in that gym, and cripple your chest. If you can walk after leg day, well, you're just a pussy. You clearly are not working the muscle hard enough. Annihilate, don't stimulate, etc., etc. So that's the premise of the workout, is extreme amounts of volume per session, very low frequency though, only hitting it once a week. Now, for full transparency, I followed this split for about 4 years. It just so happens that those are the 4 years when I started that I made basically every mistake in the book and got nowhere. I remember the 3-hour workouts. It feels like yesterday I was going in the gym crushing chest and triceps for 3 hours. Sometimes 4, depending on who wanted to talk that day. So let's talk facts here, okay? The truth of the matter is the research has been conclusive for a couple of decades now. It's come out and shown us that actually the bro split, okay, or the low volume, low frequency split is extremely ineffective to actually produce maximum muscle growth. And the main reason for that is due to low frequency and extremely high volume per session. So, like I covered in my other split videos, high frequency is important because the bro split doesn't take into account that a natural athlete, a natural lifter, male or female, can only have their protein synthesis elevated for a specific targeted muscle group for up to 48 hours, sometimes not even that long. So in other words, if you hit chest on day 1, 2 days later, your body is actually ready to hit it again. That is, of course, if you're not demolishing it, which again, you're doing in the bro split workout. You are crushing the muscle with so much volume that it will actually impede recovery, because once you pass a certain threshold of volume per session, especially when it's high in relation to your 1 rep max, you're actually only doing more harm than good. If only I'd known this sooner, I would literally be 3 times the size I am now. But, okay, and that's what we're here to talk about, but there is a but. There are 2 and potentially 3 reasons why the bro split may actually work for you. The first reason is one you simply can't argue much with, and that is adherence. You see, at the end of the day, there will be some people that truly enjoy the bro split more than any other split, to the point where it's actually a deal breaker of whether or not they're going to stick to their routine in the first place. So if it's a matter of whether or not you're actually going to go to the gym and see any results, then yes, the bro split is better in your case if you enjoy it. Do keep in mind, and it's very important to note, that make sure that you've tried those other splits that I outlined up there first before determining whether or not you actually prefer the bro split that much, because you do have to acknowledge the fact that you can do the bro split going forward, but you may and likely will get much less results than you otherwise could have. Also, like I mentioned in my recent adherence video, it's important to make sure you stick to one of the other splits long enough to see some results, to see if you actually enjoy those results better or if you enjoy that split better. So I hope that made sense. Adherence is number one. If you truly have tried all the other splits for a long enough period of time and you just can't find the motivation to keep going back because you don't like those splits and you do like the bro split and you'll stick to that, then hey, it's always better to do a less optimal program but stick to it rather than a more optimal program and give up. Second reason, okay, is you're on steroids. That's right. Most pros recommend this because, well, let's face it, they're on steroids. But you know what the funny thing is Arnold Schwarzenegger, in his book of the Encyclopedia of Bodybuilding, which I have in the room over there, his split, the one that he followed, and he was a steroid user, admittedly, he was on a high frequency split. He hit every muscle group at least twice, sometimes 3 times a week. That's the funny part to me. But here's the deal. When you're on steroids, protein synthesis is elevated for longer and your body can tolerate much more volume, okay, per session. Your body is going to recuperate. It's going to recover much better. You're on a whole nother level at that point, and in which case, I'll be completely honest, given that the food and the drugs are all on point, you likely can make progress off any program. Now, I'm not saying that, I'm not taking anything away from people using steroids, but I'm just saying if you're not using steroids, then again, the bro split, very ineffective. If you are on steroids, I would even still argue that you should be on one of those other splits to maximize results even further. But again, if you're bodybuilding, you do have to target specific muscles, you gotta get all the angles, you gotta hit it from certain, all that stuff, I understand that. So if you're a competitive bodybuilder, most of them know what they're doing in the case of the realm of working with drugs and all of that stuff. So the bro split can be reserved for those that, I would argue, take steroids and would prefer it over the other splits. So kind of a combination of the two is what's really a good way to justify following the bro split. Otherwise, it's gonna be tough to do so. Now, there is a third potential reason why the bro split would be advocated for or promoted by a natural athlete, and that is simply great genetics. Now, I never use genetics as a justification for somebody else being better than me in terms of physical development, but let's face it, some people will just react great to something like a bro split or any program for that matter. So they see massive results and all they ever followed was the bro split. A classic example of this was Chris Jones from Pump Chasers. I used to watch him back in the day for Physiques of Greatness. The guy is a legend to me. I'm his #1 fan, no doubt. But he used to always follow the bro splits, and let's be honest, the guy has insane genetics, much greater than most of us. So in his case, it was fine, but even he is back onto higher frequency splits now. So take it for what it is. The point of this is this: the bro split may only be justifiable and optimal for maybe 1, maybe 5% of the population of people that work out. The other 95%, you're gonna be better off doing a more higher frequency split where you're focusing on progression and not demolishing the muscle, but getting a moderate amount of volume over multiple sessions throughout the week. Again, the studies are conclusive and I'll link them down below just to prove it. So, like I said, if you haven't yet, I want you to check out those other videos I made, see if they work for you. I guarantee you it's gonna open your world up if you've never tried it before. And let's be honest here, more chest days? Kinda down for that. I don't know about you, but I'll take more chest days. That's the #1 reason why I started doing it. But do keep in mind, there's also more leg days, unless you skip them, which you shouldn't, but you probably will for another chest day. That's cool. So that's it, everyone. Thanks so much for watching. One thing, like I said, I do have something special for you. If you've been struggling to gain muscle, struggling to lose fat, lose weight, or just see the results that you desire, then I actually left my calendar link down below. You can book in a 10-minute call directly with me as soon as is available, and we'll jump on the call for 10 minutes. I'll see exactly where you are now, exactly where you want to be, and if and how I can get you there. So I look forward to speaking with you. If you're interested in booking that call, do so with the link down below. Again, I want to say thanks so much for watching the video. I appreciate you. I love y'all. And thanks for the support. Comment below anything else you'd like to see on the channel, and I'll bring that to you. And don't forget to like if you enjoyed it. Share it with your friends and fam. And if you haven't yet, which I'm wondering why you haven't if you're at this point in the video, hit that subscribe button. I'll catch you on the next one. Thanks again. I'm out.